We're getting ready to start it in a few minutes. Hi, love God. We'll be right there. Hey, Sam. Did I say something wrong? So we're gonna go ahead and record, and we'll be starting soon. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our group page. Hi, Kid Power. How are you? Give us 2 minutes. We're gonna start soon. I think you're supposed to be coming. You're gonna be one of our guests. We're gonna be talking about your project. So again, the space is being recorded also on Headliner app because I like to cut up my snippets. So again, the space is a 60-minute space and is all recorded and live stream at the same time. So hi, how are you? Okay, let me I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Hello, are you able to hear me now?
I can hear you right now perfectly. Let
Excellent.
me go ahead and I'm not sure if Zoe is going to be on in here or not.
Yeah, I'm joining next week, so I'm just here to listen and hear what your show and your session is like. Um, I don't really know anything about how to comment or how to, so I'm just here to soak in and learn. So I wasn't even sure how to text you or write you. It shows you how little I know about Twitter Spaces.
No worries. I just want to just give you the mic just so that I know you're going to be here next week. So, but I wanted, and today's special guest is the Giving Block, and I think Zoe is supposed to be here. I'm not sure if Zoe's in the
Yep,
the
this
account.
is. Thank you so much. I'm excited for this. Yeah, this is Zoe. I'm glad to be here.
Hello, Zoe. This is Erica from Kid Power. So, shall I just go ahead and turn my mic off so I can go ahead and soak in and enjoy the session today?
Yeah, sure. What I can do is bring you down as a listener, and then I can bring you back up later when we open up the mic and you can ask Q&A. Because right now we're streaming, and I'm just waiting for my co-host to pop in because he is from Venezuela.
Beautiful. All right. But this is what I'll do next week, right? Around this time, just sign on the same way.
Yep, perfect time. Yep, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll send you the link. You click it. Just you did perfect. You logged in perfectly.
Beautiful. Excellent. Well, I'll enjoy listening and thank you so much. Go ahead and demote me or whatever it's called.
We don't want to demote you, but we'll just remove you from speakers and make you be the
You got it.
listeners. Yes. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. The weather here is great. Where are you? I know that your co-host is in Venezuela, but where are you located?
I'm in Palm Beach County. That's why I was so excited when I saw you guys where you guys are at. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I'm in
that's
South
awesome.
Florida.
The weather's beautiful.
Yeah, Miami's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm very excited about to get to know more of you about your organization because I work with a lot of longevity researchers, and I've been talking about your organization to a lot of people. And the thing is, I didn't quite I understood part of it, but then I was like, going, how are they doing that? I want to know more. And then I think the one of the organization I'm working with is called RadFest. They're doing a longevity festival, and they're accepting. I think you're the person. Your organization is the one that's handling their donation in crypto, because I noticed that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to find out because I have another project that's a longevity project, and I just pitched all the researchers, and they're like, oh, we want to know more. So I'm kind of like killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. longevity projects are something I really wasn't too familiar with until joining this organization. So yeah, no, I'm very excited about that organization as well as I think a couple of the other ones that we have on our platform.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow, you guys have a lot happening on your as far as you guys are giving back and how you're doing it and the way you broke it down. So let me go ahead and pin some of the tweets that I tweeted out because I want to when we talk about this to for people to follow.
Sure, sounds good.
I just have to check and make sure we sound perfect. And while we're waiting, let me go ahead and get this going. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin one about the story about your founders. I'll have to get to know more about that. And the crypto, that one, and donate crypto for Mental Health Awareness Month. And since we are in mental health awareness. And the most important thing is Caring with Crypto, your matching campaign. That was exciting. I kind of like dissected your whole website. And then the most important part I'd like to know more about is the NFTs.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys do. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to go ahead and start. I think Carlos will pop in when he can. I know he's just, he has issues with internet on some days. So we're going to go ahead and start. So hey, everybody, welcome to NFTs for a Cause, where I live stream every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sometimes we feature different time because our guests, depending where they're at and different time zone. But I'm usually joined by my co-host Carlos, but he's in Venezuela, so he'll be popping in soon because, as you know, the internet's really bad here. But today we have a special guest, and I'm so excited about because it's an organization that I've been following and I've heard a lot of noise about, and now I reached out to them on their website, and I was excited the fact that they were in South Florida, the Giving Block, and we're joined here by the digital communication director, Zoe. Hey, Zoe, and thank you so much for being here. And as you can see, I researched quite a bit about your organization. So if you could please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the Giving Block, and let's talk about the founders also and the mission statement.
Sure, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll start with just a quick introduction about myself. As you said, yeah, I'm Zoe. I'm our digital communications director. So I really handle a lot of these Twitter spaces and our social media and digital outreach to make sure that we're interacting with the community and the world of the internet where Web3 is as much as possible. I joined the company about a year ago, which, believe it or not, makes me one of the most time-wise senior people at the company. I think when I joined, I was either the 13th or the 14th team member. We're up to 80 now, which really shows the amount of manpower that handling the rise of crypto and NFT philanthropy has taken. Our co-founders, they're Pat Duffy and Alex Wilson. Essentially, the way they came up with the idea for the Giving Block was they were seeing something called the Pineapple Fund, which was this philanthropic, a Bitcoin endeavor that was sort of an ad hoc, decentralized attempt at raising money to support nonprofits with Bitcoin. And they were like, wow, this is really amazing. And it was. They raised, millions of dollars. It had a massive impact. But something they noticed is that it was extremely ad hoc. It was extremely hectic. I believe there were members of nonprofit boards that were running around New York subways with Bitcoin hard wallets trying to transfer the donations safely. So we realized there's a bit of a gap in the space for crypto philanthropy. And essentially, they started the Giving Block with the mission of making it simple and safe and efficient to accept crypto through our platform for nonprofits. So as of today, I think we have over 1,500 nonprofits. They can accept over 80 different cryptos directly through us, and the growth has been amazing. We saw essentially 10x growth as far as nonprofits on our platform goes last year. So we're really excited to see the future of crypto philanthropy. And watch it grow as the Web3 and the NFT and the crypto world around it grows in sync.
And what was it like? Can you tell us who was your first nonprofit that joined? I mean, like,
I
I,
believe it
when
was
I mention crypto to a lot of people, they kind of like, oh no, oh no, no, no. But then now I see it's totally different. Now everyone's all like, they're like, how did we do it?
I believe it was the I don't have it on me. I think it was the Leukemia Society, a society focused on curing and providing care for leukemia. You know, you talk about mentioning crypto and getting that kind of initial backlash, that anxiety from people who maybe aren't familiar with the space, and that's something our co-founders encountered early on. I think my favorite story about the early days of the Giving Block is we used to host these sort of open, you know, wine hours where you could come, if you're a member of a nonprofit, you could come and learn about crypto and learn about how accepting crypto and engaging with the Web3 space could help make your mission easier. But unfortunately, we could only get really one or two people to show up. So what we did to make it seem like there was a lot of interest is we just had a bunch of our friends also be guests. So they'd be, you know, in the audience drinking wine next to the one or two nonprofit, you know, directors who were there as well, to make them feel like they weren't the only ones diving into the space. Fortunately, since then, it's become a lot easier as crypto's grown and these nonprofits see all of their colleagues and you know, fellow nonprofits in the space. They're a lot more confident, and we provide them with the education and information to make them feel secure in their endeavors to accept crypto and work with NFT communities.
Yeah, I'm looking at your RSVP because you're the one that you have. It's fundraising with crypto in 2022, and you're under your event section. Why accepting cryptocurrency now is more essential. Is that a webinar or is it an in person? Is that
Yes, that one is a webinar. We are that's our next big webinar. I believe Pat Duffy, that one of the co-founders, is the host of that one.
I'm going to send that to the church that I work with. It's actually a transhumanist longevity church. Oh, this is my co-host, Carlos. Here we go. I'm going to, well, actually, I'm going to send, put, I'm afraid to give anyone co-host because I think there's something wrong with there's some kind of a bug. But Carlos, I gave you the speaker. I'll try it again, or just request. Yeah, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna share this out. I've literally have told so many people about your organization, and everyone just wanting to know more about it. So, and it's great that you're giving education on this too at the same time. And then also you're doing something that the 2022 nonprofit trends deep dive.
Yes, that is another webinar we have upcoming. I know we've got so many events in the pipeline, and I'm glad you're able to learn enough about us to already be kind of an evangelical about the group. It's really amazing to hear that, and definitely send that church our way. That's one of the probably lesser known things about our you know, our organization is, in addition to your typical nonprofits, we also work with schools as well as faith-based organizations. So, you know, churches, mosques, etc.
I love that. That's fantastic. Hey, Carlos, how are you?
Well. Let me tell you that today I'm not so perfectly well as any other Sunday because starting yesterday, actually Friday, you remember I have my cataract surgery on November the
Yes.
30th. Yeah, and I am having some strange shadows and stuff. And tomorrow, first time, I need to go. I just send you a DM, sending telling you that maybe I having how do you call that in English?
Are you having some allergic reaction?
Detachment,
Uh,
vitreous, posterior vitreous detachment. That could be the starting of a retina detachment, but we have to check that tomorrow with the doing the thing. So officially, I shouldn't be. I mean, I'm talking to you with the eyes closed now because they told me that
Oh, well,
I
I
have.
don't want you to be here then. Just relax and I'm waiting
Yes,
for better. I need you back, so get well.
Yeah, so, and I talked to another doctor who also had been checking me. I sent him a drawing of what the shadow I'm watching in my left eye, and he told me, "Oh," he said an "oh" that I didn't like very much, and he said, "Oh, you should be really careful and move fast tomorrow because probably some laser thing could help." But if we don't have how big is the cracking of the thing, and well, I am 61, and that's usual. It's, my retina, my cataract operation was just November the 30th, so it was like 5 months ago. He said it's usual. He said that normally you have this thing, but not necessarily has to affect the retina. But I have antecedents in my right eye, so I am just like a good candidate to bigger trouble. So maybe a bigger resting will be a very preventious measure. I have been always. So but I feel that the most responsible thing to do is just to retire today. And also, I want to remember, you remember like the Super Bowl day. Well, I don't know, is Mother's Day in America too today?
Yeah, today's Mother's Day. So,
Yeah,
but
that's another.
I promise, Zoe, that we're gonna finish up quick, sharp, in at 8 o'clock. So, feel better. We'll talk later. And
Okay.
okay, I'll talk to you later. You feel better.
Okay, thank you very much. Glad to meet everybody. Sorry, I am in these circumstances, but we cannot play with health in this, yeah, and especially with the vision and at my age.
Yeah,
Okay,
best
so
wishes, Carlos.
yeah, thank you very much for coming, and well, you are in good hands. You are with one of the best hosts in the whole metaverse. Okay, so don't worry because Tonya knows everything. I mean, she can solve like 300 problems
Stop.
in a
Go get some
minute.
rest. Oh my God, get some rest.
Okay, bye. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. So tell us a little bit more about some of your campaigns you guys are working on.
Yeah, no problem. So I think our campaigns kind of really just started with our kind of year end December bag season campaign, which was just a December November focused campaign for raising crypto donations. But since then, we've kind of expanded that a bit. So we really focus on awareness months. Like this month, we have our mental health awareness month, as well as having larger campaigns like our Caring with Crypto campaign. The awareness month type campaigns, they're pretty, direct. It's just driving awareness to certain causes that are relevant to the month. But the larger campaign, like our Caring with Crypto campaign, is essentially something we set up where we're providing a $10 million match pool for crypto donations. The first $5 million was dedicated to matching direct donations. So those are donations made directly to nonprofits. And the second $5 million is dedicated to matching our impact index funds, which are essentially, if you're familiar with index funds, they're funds where when you donate to them, your donation is spread out evenly amongst a group of causes. So we have our mental health impact index fund, which is the one we're focusing on for Mental Health Awareness Month. And when you donate crypto to that fund, your donation will get spread out amongst Mental Health America, Society for Suicide Prevention, and about a dozen nonprofits that all work within the mental health space. And then, of course, thanks to our Caring with Crypto campaign, I believe there's still around $3 million in matching funds remaining. So donations to that will get matched 100%. Your impact gets doubled, which is something we're really excited about right now.
Yeah, I pinned that page up for everyone if you want to take a look at it. And then I was just telling you I was into longevity, and I noticed that you're an impact index fund. You have health and medicine. Can you tell us a little bit about that? That's something I want to know about.
Yeah, for sure. I would have to check to see if the longevity orgs are in that, or if they're into the more science one. I'm not sure. I think they are in health and medicine. And yeah, that one is, it has a lot of the ones you would expect, like your, ones that are focused on curing certain diseases, American Cancer Foundation and things like that, as well as ones that are providing, general health care and, medical support as well. And International Medical Corps, I believe, gets looped in there as well. So that's a fund that we're particularly proud of.
Yeah, I'm going through the whole page actually. You have stuff for I love the fact that you have one for military and veterans and first responders. That's really important.
Yeah, that's an important one, as is we are kind of experimenting with doing these reactionary funds. So funds that are spun up in the moment to respond to crisis. So the most recent example of that is our Ukraine Emergency Response Fund, which is all the nonprofits in that are nonprofits that we've vetted and confirmed to be actively working on the ground in Ukraine and surrounding regions to either provide humanitarian support or support to refugees or important actions like that. So that fund has been one that's been very successful, and one we're really excited to kind of see the beta stages of those in the moment responses, which are really something that only the fast moving space of Web3 can handle, and something that you're not going to see in the fiat world of philanthropy.
This is great. I'm actually, let me share, I didn't share the Ukraine Emergency Response Fund, because I think that was the thing that a lot of us were, especially in the NFT, working on a different project and wanting to give to the Ukraine Emergency Response Fund. We didn't know, and I love the fact that you guys have vetted these organizations.
For sure. These kinds of funds, we are, we're very focused on. Every nonprofit on our platform is vetted when we add them. We confirm that they are, of course, legitimately certified in their country as a nonprofit, as well as a responsible and fiscally responsible nonprofit. But for the funds, we do provide some extra care to make sure that they are, relevant to the fund title, the fund description, because of course, we want to, when you're making that donation, since you're not individually picking a nonprofit, we want to make sure that those nonprofits truly align with the mission that you're donating to.
I love this. I'm sharing this out real quick. And the fact that you're educating nonprofits also on ways to accept crypto, because I think that was the big scare for a lot of people, because they didn't quite understand and they weren't on board properly. Can you tell us a little bit, what do you do if, say, if a nonprofit reaches out to you? What are some of the steps that they have to make sure they have ready before they talk to you?
For sure, yeah. So there's I guess to start, there's one misconception that sometimes people have about us, which is people kind of just assume that we are just a payment processor, but we do take pride in being a lot more than a crypto payment processor by providing the initial education to help nonprofits understand crypto, as well as support for their marketing campaigns so that they can successfully raise crypto, and of course helping them connect with donors and connect with NFT and crypto communities to have a legitimate relationship that's more than just a donation. So when a nonprofit decides that they are interested or just want to learn more, essentially the very, very basic first step for them is to reach out on our book a demo page, our accept crypto page. And then we set up a short call with them where we just kind of explain the basics. And if they decide that they want to know more, we provide them as much education and answer their questions as they require. And then if they decide to get on the platform, we can onboard them as quickly as essentially those nonprofits want. So some nonprofits take a little bit more time to make the decision, but we try to make sure that we are moving quickly and providing them the support and efficiency they require.
That's great. And also, you know, along the way, because I've been involved in NFT. I'm not an artist. I'm just more. I was just fascinated with NFTs actually back in February of last year when I started using Twitter Spaces. So and I remember talking to some artists, and they were saying that they were working with you as far as with their project. And so tell us a little bit about that. I know you're doing NFT Tuesdays. Tell us about how NFT artists can help and be part of. And I also gave Brandon King the mic. Also, I'm sure he wants to share or ask questions. But yeah, can we talk a little bit about NFTs Tuesday and what do you guys do and how can an NFT artist be part of this if they want to be donating some of their proceeds?
Yeah, for sure. So I know essentially when we started the Giving Block, we were very focused specifically on Bitcoin. It was the biggest community. It had, the biggest market cap at the time, and that was kind of where our focus was. Since then, of course, Ethereum really rose, as well as, of course, dozens and dozens of other alternative cryptos. So we, adapted and started adding those to accept them as well. But the most recent, I think, change in the space, in the Web3 space, is, of course, the rise of NFTs. So giving them some love and providing them support to connect with nonprofits that they're interested in supporting became a really quick kind of out of nowhere, priority for us. I think that people think that the first step to NFT philanthropy would be convincing these PFP projects, these NFT artists to donate, but that's actually not the case. We found that all of these NFT projects, so many of them are already generous. They're already looking to make a difference, and all they need is a bit of support to make that donation happen and get some connection with the nonprofit after the donation to show them some love and maybe consider some further work together. So holidays like NF Tuesday, which is our big holiday in December for NFTs, are part of that broader effort by the Giving Block to reach out to NFT communities, to help them pick nonprofits that most fit what they that the causes they care about, and to help them easily fundraise and make those donations.
Yeah, I'm sharing the story as fast as I'm fine. I'm American Heart Association. You guys are helping them accept crypto also.
Yes, that's been a really successful nonprofit. They've had a lot of really fun relations with NFT groups and gotten a lot of amazing donations.
This is great. I'm so glad. Oh my gosh. I mean, I have a friend that works for them in Palm Beach County. I'm gonna have to ask him about it because I feel like I'm speaking a foreign language when I talk about crypto or NFT, and I remember because my show Social Chats, we've been streaming since February of 2010, and we've literally covered every single tech event there is. I mean, WordPress. Oh my gosh, we've covered everything. And I remember that when we first talked about Bitcoin back in 2012, it was like people laughed about it, and then now. And so we started following it and talking a lot about it and following the people in Miami. That's where all the crypto people were. It's interesting how you guys are out of there.
Yeah, we actually started in DC. And of course, like a lot of other, startups in the tech space, we are mostly remote, but our home base has definitely moved to Miami, as well as actually Tampa is kind of our second home base. So really Florida focused, with a lot of these other, crypto startups and groups that have picked that as their weather of choice.
I mean, it's how can you not love the weather here? And
Yeah,
we have someone here too that actually, hey, we got the mic. He's from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, I think. Miami, right?
Yeah, so it's funny that I'm listening like, is this happening? I just moved to Tampa Bay and I'm going to be working out of Tampa Bay in Miami, and I have a store in Wynwood Walls, and I'm listening to what you're doing. I work with a project called NFTs for Freedom. So we've been helping people, just giving away a lot of information We've been giving away a lot more than we're receiving, and that was the purpose. I'm starting my own company. It's called Web3 Exist, and I want to be able to teach people who are coming into Web3. I want to be able to teach K through 12, and I also want to be able to teach the elderly. I want to set up different platforms to teach people at different groups. And I've actually been working with nonprofits to work with people who are trying to change as far as reform, people coming back into society. So everything that you said resonated with me. And I'm in Tampa Bay in Miami. And I'm like, is this really happening? Like, I spoke with Tonya and I'm like, are you doing any spaces? And she said, I have one. And I come into the space and it's like exactly what I'm currently doing. I do work in retail and I do work in entertainment. But beyond that, I'm more into the philanthropy and what people are doing to actually give back to help, not just how much money can I make? Can we pump and dump? That stuff is chasing people away. What people really want is something that's long term that they can resonate with. So I sent you a follow, and I'm definitely interested in working with you within the Tampa Bay and Miami area.
For sure, we'd love to help. That sounds like a really exciting project and endeavor you've got. You know, it's kind of funny. I think the joke, or it's not really a joke, it's kind of the reality for our co-founders as well as you know, a lot of our team members, is the ones who kind of want things a little quieter move to Tampa, and the ones who are still down to party a bit on the weekends move to Miami. So I think a lot of the families we've found have moved to Tampa from the TGB team, and some of the younger team members have moved to Miami. It seems to be the funneling space that we've noticed so far.
You know, that's funny. That's the exact same vibe. I'm in Tampa Bay to handle like some real business. When I'm in Miami, it's kind of like all entertainment. But the stuff that I'm doing in Tampa is like way more serious. Like I'm doing IT and cybersecurity. So yeah, I 100% agree with you.
No, it's definitely easy to get a bit distracted in Miami. It's a lot of fun though.
So, Zoe, would you guys be interested in doing? I'm also the president of Women in Communication, the South Florida chapter. We used to work a lot with the Miami, for a lot. We used to work a lot with nonprofits. So, there's a lot of different nonprofits in South Florida. So we usually do, like either. We've been doing a lot of Zoom. We were planning to go meet in person. We have a location and everything, but right now a lot of my members are not too comfortable. But we do a thing for nonprofit where we bring all the different nonprofits together. But we'd love to do something with Web3 and crypto and donation. Would you guys want to collaborate with us? I can. There's some really good nonprofits that we work with. We work with Dress for Success every year. Actually, every year we before the pandemic for 5 years straight, we actually honored Dress for Success, Palm Beach County, and then we've done stuff for. I'm trying to go down all the different lists of nonprofit. Safety for Kids. I think For Kids of Florida. I don't know if you know about them. They're like the foster care.
You know, we actually have a space with them tomorrow.
Get out of here! You got to send me the invite. We raise pajamas for them.
Yeah, I love them. They're a lot of fun. No, they're big crypto friendly. One of our older nonprofits, and yeah, we've got, since it's Foster Care Awareness Month, we've got the space with them tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to make sure I find out. Yeah, I have to email her and find out. Yeah, that's awesome. This is so great that you guys are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I look forward to a lot of collaboration and different things. And so where do you guys see yourself going now? I mean, you're like
For
doing
sure.
big things. Where do you guys see
Yeah.
yourself going now?
Yeah, well, I'll start by saying, no, we definitely love to collab further. I can connect you with, you know, the right team member for whatever the goal is there, probably our field team member. But as far as the future for the Giving Block, there's a couple things. Last year, we approached 100 million in crypto donations through our platform. We are hoping to reach $1 billion this year, which is an ambitious goal. Of course, $1 billion US in crypto donations, but it is looking possible, especially with the way Web3 is growing. So we're optimistic about that. On top of that, we're also really focused on expanding the fundraising abilities for our donors. So we are hoping to set up donor accounts where you could, of course, do the basic things like tracking your donations and getting, automatic tax forms and things like that, but also potentially doing decentralized fundraising campaigns. So things like you might see on Kickstarter, where a group of people is able to get together and raise money. In this case, being for a nonprofit or a cause fund. So we're really hoping to expand the donor potential outside of just making those direct donations and those impact index fund donations. We want to give the Web3 world as much power as possible to make a difference.
Yeah, I think we're living in such exciting times right now. I feel like a lot of things are, because they say when you run a nonprofit or just trying to get donation has been pulling teeth these days. And now with crypto and NFT, it just gives a new opportunity for a lot of nonprofit. And I feel like it's for myself personally, Women Communication, where my national is a nonprofit. We've been around since 1909. And we we're one of the reasons why women are allowed to vote in America. We've always believed in that. So we believe that nonprofits are something that a lot of our members are part of. So we try to really help and empower them in any way by giving education. So we bring them all together just to have education, and we don't charge. It's more like, you want to join us, join us. If not, it's okay. We give free education. We want to empower the community. And, South Florida, I know you guys are new to South Florida, but South Florida has been embracing Web 2 I got into Web 2 back in 2007. So I'm now just, getting into Web 3 now is really exciting because the founder of Social Media Club is from South Florida, and he's getting into Web 3, and he's creating a whole, like just a whole community out of all the people. So I feel like, what you guys are doing today is just the beginning. Are there any, I'm going to ask you this, but are there any other organization like yours? Because I was looking for it and I don't see any. You're very to the pulse, you're very involved in the community and all
So,
aspects.
sort of. We were the first for sure as far as just crypto donations in general. There are a couple, I don't want to call them competitors. They're friendly. They provide similar services. They are much smaller. They have, much lower donation volume, and most of them are more focused on kind of singular donations. So processing, an individual donation, like being kind of a mediator for a nonprofit and a donor. There's no one quite like us where we have, there's the widgets and the website and everything where it's a full cohesive experience. It's not, you don't need an assistant to help you make the donation. But there are a couple other people in the space just not doing quite what we are.
Well, I'm very impressed. I researched quite a bit, and I looked at everything, and I was just looking at some of the things you've done, and like I said, I just reached out because I didn't even think you guys would respond. I was like, I'm gonna just reach out to them on their website. I'm not gonna bother trying to get a hold of them on social network. And you guys responded, and so I was just excited. And then I was like, oh my God, this is so incredible.
No, it's a cool conversation. We're so community focused. So I especially that's kind of my role, and I am so willing to do these Twitter spaces, these streams, things like that, because it's these community members and content creators like yourself that are spreading awareness about, tech and Web3 and, a lot of these amazing developments. So in order to get, crypto philanthropy and NFT and Web3 philanthropy to grow at a similar rate, it's important to be connecting with, amazing shows like this one.
There's another thing too I wanted to ask. Like, sorry about that. I'm like out of my studio because I'm streaming in my studio. But as far as NFTs are concerned, like if someone was an NFT artist and they wanted to create a whole project and want to donate back, you have a whole section. I noticed that. Do you provide any type of education for the artists themselves, for future artists that want to be part of the Giving Block? I mean, because I hear people talking about it. The artists that go, well, we're getting involved with this organization called the Giving Block. So that's how I heard about you, is through another project. But can you tell us a bit about that? What the process is for NFT artists? Because a lot of my followers are NFT artists.
For sure. So the vast majority of NFT projects that work with us are not actually official partners. Essentially, the relationship is they reach out and they say, you know, we have this mint raise, or we want to set up automatic mint donations or something. How do we do that? And we provide them support to, you know, easily make that donation. And then we're thrilled to shout out donations afterwards. You know, we're careful not to promote projects before the donation, you know, just to ensure that we're not promoting anything we haven't thoroughly researched. But I will say that as the person who kind of handles that, I have literally never seen an NFT project not actually follow through with a donation, which is kind of amazing considering the amount of, you know, scams that you can kind of see in the space. But maybe the philanthropy aspect just kind of scares away people who might have malintentions. So it's been truly amazing to, you know, provide that education and support to help NFT projects support causes they care about.
I love that. Thank you for saying that. I think that's important. Go ahead. And if anybody in the space would like to have to ask any questions, please go ahead and grab the mic, or you can DM me and I'll ask, or you can make a comment on any one of the tweets and I'll get a notification. The mic is yours.
So what I'm building, Web3 exists. It's still going to take some time, but with NFTs for Freedom, we just started working with St. Jude, and we're going to be working with other companies. So I want to ask how to start the process to reach out to you as far as a collaboration and giving back, because we do have some people who are good at speaking, and we're going to start doing speaking engagements. Like, we're going to be speaking at NFT NYC, and we're going to start speaking at some of these very large conferences that they're putting together. I missed Miami NFT week, and I'm just really getting settled because I just moved down to Florida. But I want to get involved with you because we can help bring awareness to your project, because we be speaking at some of these big conferences. Um, of course, I'd have to put you in contact with the person directly in charge with NFTs for Freedom, but I have been given the voice to go out and speak and to bring these collaborations to life. So I just wanted to know how I could begin that process.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, without knowing, maybe you've already begun it, which is St. Jude actually is one of our nonprofits. So when you make a crypto donation to them, that's using our service, which is awesome. As far as those speaking events, that's huge. And I will say, you know, I know you're getting settled, but next time you're at one of those events, feel free to reach out to us, because we go to almost all of them. The major ones as well as a lot of the smaller ones. You know, we were at Miami NFT Week and Bitcoin Miami and NFT NYC and, you know, ETH Denver, what have you. So one great way to get in touch with us is if you attend those events. Usually we'll tweet that we're going to be there or something, but even if we don't, you can reach out and you can potentially meet up with somebody in person as well. But, you know, beyond that, of course, just reaching out over DM and we can, you know, find a way to collaborate.
Yeah, I'm going to do that immediately. I sent you a follow. I have to get out of here. Tanya, you are beautiful. Thank you so much for sending me this invite. I'm just happy I can do something that's going to help give back to people and give back in a genuine way, not me trying to, you know, filter my way in. Like, I feel as though like a lot of things aren't genuine these days. And what you spoke about, and when I went to your website and read, I'm like, you guys don't have anything behind the scenes that you're like cooking up secretly. It's literally giving away donations, helping people spread money through cryptocurrency. So like, I'm like, I really like this, because I was looking for the red flag and I couldn't find the red flag.
I'm glad to hear that, and I can assure you we will not be dropping a token anytime soon to pump and dump. You can rest assured TGB coin is not in the pipeline.
That's what I love. It was like, because now these days you do have to look for the red flag, and I'd seen nothing close to it. So I was like, yes, this is literally just donation. So I sent you a follow. I'm going to shoot you a DM. The Giving Block, thank you for coming up and sharing your time. Tanya, thank you so much for the invitation. And I just hope everybody has a great Mother's Day. And I just want to thank you. I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow, and we can figure out what we're gonna do together in IRL. When I say that to my friends, they're like, "What does that mean?" In real life. So thank you for
Yes.
being here.
In real life is important. I think sometimes people are getting so used to Twitter and Clubhouse and the metaverse that they're remembering that we did go through a pandemic and everything shut down. But the quarantine's over. Well, not for everybody, but for the most part, people are getting ready to enter back into society and have fun. So it's time for us to do IRL in real life. I 100% agree.
So it's about 15, we have 15 minutes left. And as I promised, Zoe, that we will get done sharp at 8 p.m. because it is Mother's Day, and I have dinner waiting for me. So I'm celebrating Mother's Day.
I was, I don't live in the same city as my mom anymore, so I sent the flowers and the Corby plush, but couldn't have the Mother's Day dinner, unfortunately.
Yeah, mine. I have, I'm also a dog mom, so that's gonna be my doggies and I and my hubby. That's what we're celebrating. My grown child is like call me today, and send me a gift and everything. So everything's on digital with us. I miss the days when I used to get handmade cards back when when he was a child. But today, I get what I'll be happy. Whatever I got, like I'm happy with. So, but I think Mother's Day is such a wonderful day just to recognize all the mothers out there. And
Yeah. No, it's always the sentiment that counts, even without the handwritten arts and crafts card.
I think it's the most important. Yeah, exactly. It's the sentiment that counts. So, so how long have you been with the Giving Block? I mean, this is the Giving Block. Can you tell them what year they were founded on?
So we're only a few years old. Most of that, for a lot of the Giving Block's lifetime, it was really just a few nonprofits and 3 or 4 team members kind of assisting those. We really started growing in the last 2 years. I joined about a year ago. I believe I was either the 13th or the 14th team member, somewhere around there. Now we have 80 team members, which is kind of crazy to think about. So many people have joined the team to really make this grow. And by the way, we are still hiring. So if anybody out there is looking for a Web3 job, be sure to check our website. I think it's careers.thegivingblock.com. Not sure if that's exactly it, but it's on our profile a lot. So if you're looking for a Web3 job and want to join the team, you're welcome to do so.
And the weather's nice here.
For sure. And working remote, all our team members are remote. So if you don't,
That's
if for
nice
some
there.
reason you don't want to move to Florida, then that is an option.
I know, right? Who doesn't want to move to Florida? Right now, especially. But I think now, because also I think because of NFT and all the movie stars and the musicians and Snoop Dogg. I mean, really, I think Snoop Dogg getting involved in crypto and NFTs and has really bring it mainstream. Some people nowadays still are kind of hesitant, but a lot of them, especially anyone that's working in nonprofit, are very excited about that. What have you guys been dealing with? Has your phone been ringing nonstop?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you talk about the hesitancy, and I believe that it is really important to have healthy skepticism. That's how people can avoid scams and avoid, the less savory types. But the vast majority of the space is in it for the right reasons, and keeping an open mind and being willing to learn about it is really rewarding, I think. So that's always important. As far as whether our phone is ringing, the answer is definitely yes. I think it's kind of funny, it's kind of switched around in two ways, both with donors and with nonprofits. In the past, we had to do a ton of outreach because, of course, nobody had heard of us. We're still small, but early on, it was like literally nobody had heard of us. So trying to, talk to people and let them know that either they can donate or they can accept crypto donations through us was a big effort for us, and we do still do that. But seeing the change where we're seeing nonprofits come to us first, and we're seeing NFT projects and crypto projects come to us first and ask how they can get involved has been really inspiring and a really rewarding turn for a couple of years of truly hard work.
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think they haven't done it in a while. But down in South Florida, especially Miami, there is like a huge community gathering. They call it Philanthropy Fest. I'm gonna have to hook you guys up with the people who put it together. It's a festival. It's like music, art, but it's Miami.
No, that's really cool. I haven't heard of it. It's possible that our field members have, but if not, definitely send that to me. I'd love to learn more.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I don't know if you guys know James and Ned or not. They founded the Life is Art, which is a nonprofit where they raise awareness and promote artists. So, but they haven't accepted or embraced NFT crypto yet. But I think from the last Art Basel that we were here, people were accepting it or getting into it.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to learn more.
And nowadays, with a lot of the longevity projects that I'm working on, when I first talked about just accepting crypto or anything like that, just to get funding for research, it was like, no, we're not comfortable, we're not ready. Now it's like the turning of the tide.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, it's always, people always have questions. They always have concerns. Especially early on, we would get kind of silly questions. I think my favorite one, not mocking people who ask this. I think it's an understandable question, but one question we would get is, oh, isn't crypto used for drugs? How do we know that, the crypto donation wasn't used for drugs? But when you think about it, what else is used for drugs is US dollar, is cash. So, it's always kind of these funny questions like that. It's like, how do I know that this crypto I have wasn't used for drugs? And it's like, well, you can be about as confident, if not more confident, than the dollar bill that you used to buy milk today was. Who knows what that was used for in the past? So we did used to really get those kind of anxious questions in the beginning, and it's been great not seeing as much, fear and concern in the space as we used to see.
I think it's going to get better and better, and I think the more people are, embracing it, and we might be unhappy with what's happening with the pandemic and everything, but I think it's really opening up a lot of people's eyes and acceptance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, during the pandemic, a lot of nonprofits, in fact, pretty much the entire nonprofit industry, saw a downtick in philanthropic donations in fiat. However, crypto philanthropy grew substantially during the pandemic. So it was the only philanthropic revenue stream that actually grew in 2019 and 2020 and 2021, et cetera. Which is, exciting for us, of course, and it's exciting for Web3, but, we want to be mindful of the reasons that might be, but it is part of, adapting to the world and adapting to crisis and becoming more resilient to it in the coming years as well.
Well, I'm very impressed with all the campaigns you guys are involved in. Very impressed. And I'm excited more. And then what are the, I noticed you guys host spaces. What are the usual time? Like tomorrow, what time is your space? Do you know?
It's at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We don't have specific days of the week that we host them on necessarily, because they're usually based on holidays and awareness days. However, for the most part, they're usually afternoon Eastern Standard Time, and we do try to tweet about them as much as possible.
So 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitter is the busiest time on weekday.
Of course.
That's when my show I used to live stream Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my social chats. We did Tuesday was my social chats locals. Usually we feature businesses in South Florida, especially Miami. So
yeah,
but yeah, 1 p.m. was the busiest time I discovered.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling that was the case. I'm not, maybe we'll look into moving them around a bit. We do, of course. I know you're recording this, and we record ours as well. And I've found that we definitely get a lot of listeners to the actual recording more than just who show up. So, part of it is just having that actual conversation and then sharing that recording in the post.
Oh yeah, well, actually, we have a YouTube recording, we have a Facebook recording, we have a headliner recording, we have a little snippet recording pretty soon. So I'm obsessed with content creation, meaning like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. So I cut up little snippets, and so because after this would go this segment would become a blog post on our new website for NFTs for a Cause, because this is our season. You are like our season 2. I rearrange everything because I wanted to make sure I get you in season 2, because a lot of it our projects are it's about NFTs and about crypto, and it just because partnering up, like having you on, made sense for me.
No, yeah, I'm really glad I can join, and glad to be a part of the season 2 opener for sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shut down this space. It's 7:54. My family's waiting for me. They're like looking at me. But I want to say thank you so much for being here. Can you tell our listeners how to get a hold of you? And tomorrow you'll be featuring 4 kids of Florida, right?
Yeah, 4 kids of Florida, as well as another nonprofit called Upbring. So yeah, join us tomorrow if you can. To the audience we'll be hosting it from this account. If you want to get in touch, we have all sorts of contact forms for nonprofits and partnership potential and stuff on our website, and I definitely recommend those. But if you don't want to fill out a form, you don't want to look around on the website, DMs on this account at the Giving Block are open. Feel free to DM us. We do read our DM requests, spam and legitimate requests alike. So feel free to reach out, and we'll be happy to assist you in whatever you might have in mind. And definitely follow us on here, and of course follow Tanya and everyone involved here. We gotta spread the love and grow the community.
Well, I want to say hi to Eucalyptus here for I love all the emoji, and I hope we get to know each other. And the fact that you have Tiny Troubles NFT, I have to check you out. And again, everybody have a great day, and I appreciate you for being here. Carl, thank you for being here. And also, Kid Power, I'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing a space together. And thank you so much for being here. And Zoe, I'll talk to you soon. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll hear you tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And tune in tomorrow for AWCSF for our Empower Yourself Monday, where we feature a woman that has been empowered, is in communication, and some of her stories and where she's been. And so again, everybody have a great day, and we will be back. And I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But don't forget, the Giving Block space is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. So bye, everybody. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much.